not be attempting hops on point. The way to know is if everything else, relevés are feeling fairly normal, turns are feeling normal, everything else should feel like you're normal in your shoes, then you can try hops on point, because you could get very, very injured. You could really ruin your career jumping in point shoes too early. There's just no need for it. So really be aware if you're a beginner or if you just got on point, you should not be doing hops on point. Absolutely not. Anybody that tells you otherwise is wrong. So the thing to remember with hops on point, and number one thing is to have very strong ankles. I think you all know that. My feet and point work strengthening video and workout, great things to do. TheraBand exercises, relevés, etc., etc. You can't jump on point unless you have a really strong foundation. But the misconception with hopping on point is that people think you should hop fully arched. Absolutely not. This is the recipe for disaster. What you want to do to find your hopping on point place is to be nice and lifted on point, bend the knee but don't move the ankle. It's not the prettiest of positions. It's called a ginch, the ginched foot, but that's where your strength comes from. I'm not there when I'm hopping on point. You could really get hurt. So that's another exercise I want you guys to add to your repertoire. Just plie there, finding that ginched foot, and straighten, and plie, and straighten. And you'll find that it's a lot of work on the quad. Hopping on point also requires a lot of quad strength. So just find it, and up, and find it. See, my foot isn't moving. It's completely still. I'm just bending and straightening. And that's your position. And if you do, I don't know, 20 or so of those, in addition to your normal relevés, your ankles are going to get that much stronger for hops on point. The other thing to remember, and like we slightly talked about when we were jumping, if you rely on all of your weight being on your ankles, you're going to have a problem. That's a lot of you to depend on here. So if I'm trying to do changements, and I'm not lifting up, and I'm just depending on my feet, it's virtually impossible. So what you want to do is lift up through the waist. Think of growing taller so that the legs have nothing to do with it. I mean, the feet have nothing to do with it. It's very easy. Do this all day. Yeah? So I'm not sinking. Yeah, I'm lifting up through my waist, and it's like very, very light, and I'm using this part rather than this part. So really think about that. The last thing you guys have to remember is a lot of it is mental. If you're scared of your hops on point, you're gonna pull back. Just kind of say, okay, just start with the 2 feet. 2 feet is much easier than 1 foot. Kind of clear your brain, say, I'm strong enough for this, I can do this, I've been on point long enough, I can stand in susu without a problem, and just go for it. Yeah? The more you hold yourself back mentally, it's the same thing with anything. Pirouettes, if you panic, you're already gone. So just lift up, go for it, no matter if you're doing ballet or something. Don't be scared of it. Just try it. The worst that can happen, especially if you're doing it correctly, is that. Yeah, that's the worst that can happen. As long as you're not over. So make sure you find this position, do those particular plie and straighten. It's not really a relevé, but this is how you train for jumps on point. Make sure you're lifting up and not depending on your feet solely, and just go for it, no fear. All right, you guys, that should really, really help. You let me know if it does in the comments below. I'd love hearing your feedback. If you missed my 6 ballet hacks video that they actually work, you can click it to watch us over there. I love you all so much. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you